This one should be recording. All right, we're all set.
We're on.
Yeah, we're on.
This is it. So this is we're basically just like running in with a blindfold on.
Yeah, basically we decided we wanted to do a podcast, but we don't really have a theme for it or anything.
No,
not at all.
Maybe that can be like the theme for this episode.
I think that's the
point.
Like,
what is this podcast?
What does one do in a podcast other than obviously talk into microphones?
Yeah, maybe we can just like give some background on who we are.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
good.
Why we're even doing this. This is actually my first time. My name's Bello Pizzimenti.
Yeah, I'm Adam Wennick.
And this is actually my first time in Adam's apartment.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, just on a whim. Last week, I was washing dishes by hand because I'm too cheap to buy more dishwasher liquid. And I was like I want to use up the dish liquid that I have before I buy more dishwasher liquid. And I was thinking about how much of an asshole my cat is, and
you're like, asshole.
Yeah,
Adam, there we go.
And somewhere in that, I was like, okay, I have these ongoing monologues in my head, like every morning, and I'm like, I may as well get some of this out,
share it with the public.
Yeah, put it out in the world. I've been listening to tons of podcasts recently.
Nice.
And the thing that I found is that my favorite type of podcasts are the ones that are conversation based versus like the kind that have a very sort of structured like presentation to them. They're like
ones that feel a little more organic, doesn't have the whole like super polished feel to it.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, like they're the podcasts where it's like, okay, there was like a writer's room, you can like picture it, that it's like they set this up, it's very produced, and it's not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just that like it kind of bugs me that like the top like 5 or 6 podcasts, if you go to like the top charts in the what is it, the iTunes store or whatever it is.
No.
Yeah, like whatever podcast thing you listen to, they have like the top rated, like the top rankings for podcasts. And if that's the way that you're going to discover podcasts, like 9 out of the top 10 or 8 out of the top 10 are all like subsidiaries of NPR. And it's like, don't get me wrong, I like NPR, but I feel like there's probably a good percentage of the podcast listening population who are listening to just NPR podcasts. And it's
there's
like you're
room
not
for other things.
You're not getting like a well-rounded view on things, in my opinion. If you don't listen to some other perspectives, some other styles of podcasts that are a little bit less structured.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's that, and then also, and stop me if I'm just like talking too
much.
This is great. I'm just like giving this whole narrative.
This is why when you pitched this idea to me, I was like, absolutely, let's do this.
Yeah,
let's make this happen.
We may as well. Let's just ramble. Because you know what? If no one else likes this, we're doing it for us.
We're gonna have a good time.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, and then the other thing is, I guess I may as well preface this with, Adam and I are both actors.
Yeah.
And that's how we met, and we can get into that at some point. But because I'm an actor and I like podcasts, I had been looking for good podcasts about acting and about the industry. And this is not meant to be personal or like a disparagement of anyone, but I'll say that I tried a couple different acting podcasts that are out there, and I did not like them.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they were really boring.
Yeah.
I thought that they are not, that they're a little bit false, to be honest.
That's the big thing that I think we both agreed on.
Yeah, there's something disingenuous in there. Like, I was listening to acting podcasts, and I'm not going to name any of them, but I was listening to some acting podcasts, and what it sounds like are like, it's almost like the hosts are like putting on this air like they're auditioning for something.
Oh yeah, no, they're trying to make it all about like sunshine and rainbows and how great it is to work in the industry.
Yes,
how successful they are when they're hosting
it's like
a podcast.
Yeah, it's like a
podcast
that feels like a musical theater audition.
Yeah,
like that's how it feels.
They
like,
try to use it as a stepping stone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's like I can just hear your like ambition when you're doing this, and it's like don't get me wrong, like we're all ambitious and like we're self-centered, or else we wouldn't have chosen this this career path. But like I feel like there's nothing out there that is a podcast that is coming from a real place
from real working actors that aren't trying to just like sell you themselves. We're just gonna tell you how it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, like, you know, maybe like who knows? Maybe there will be some shameless self-promotion that goes on here. But
this
at least
is what we're going into.
Yeah, but you know, but like at least I know that's what it is, and I'm not like we're not gonna fool ourselves into thinking that it's like we're offering like a resource or something like that, because like I'm ugh. Okay, all right. You know what? I'm not gonna spend any more time.
I'm right there with you.
Shitting on what else is out there. But what I was kind of thinking was that the way that this could be is, you know, we're both actors. We're New York City based actors, and you know, there's the weekly ins and outs of what goes on in our lives. Actually living in New York, trying to be actors, and
succeeding to
a reasonable extent, you know. But I mean, I think a lot of this could shed light on what the reality is of like, even if you're having success as an actor, what that's like versus how commercially it might be perceived.
Yeah, no, what you see like on TV and how glamorous it is versus like what real working actors that are, you know, trying to make ends meet through just acting.
Yeah.
What that actually looks like.
Yeah, and day jobs. I mean, and at least in my situation right now.
What do you do nowadays?
Dude, I just found, honestly, like, and this is not like I'm not plugging it, but I just found the best day job to supplement my acting career.
That's how I feel about my day job.
Oh,
right
really?
Now, so,
dude, that's awesome.
So I'm curious to hear what you do.
That's awesome. Okay, so I'll go first.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I actually I signed up with them about a year ago, but then I was lucky enough to get booked on a few projects that took me out of town, and so I didn't end up actually starting work with them until like a week and a half ago.
Yeah, you were gone for a while.
Yeah, I've been out of town here and there for the last few years since I moved to the city, but now that I'm back in the city and I'm fairly stationary for the time being, about a week and a half ago, I started working for Uber, but not as an Uber driver, in Manhattan and and the surrounding boroughs and Queens and Brooklyn, but New York City. Uber offers a delivery service now. There's like a delivery service and a courier service. And the delivery service, there's like a food delivery service called Uber Eats.
So like Seamless or like Grubhub sort of thing?
Yeah, similar. So basically what it is like, okay, if for an Uber Eats delivery, it's like if a restaurant doesn't offer delivery, you know, and you have the extra cash, which a lot of people in New York do. Right.
Which baffles me because it is retardedly expensive.
Well, yeah. Like a lot of my deliveries are to like Tribeca, you know, down by the World Trade Center, etc. So like, you know, they have the money.
Totally.
They can afford it. And to Brooklyn, actually. Because you know, areas of Brooklyn as well that are also very affluent.
Yeah.
So anyway, so for Uber Eats, it's like a third-party food delivery service. So so somebody orders the food from the restaurant,
Right.
and then they go through Uber Eats to get somebody to pick it up and bring it to them.
Oh, nice.
And then there's also Uber Rush, which is basically the same thing except for it's for like non-food items. Oh, are we having?
No, I heard somebody's phone.
Oh, it's probably
That could be
it
me.
might have been mine. I don't even know where mine.
Keep going.
right
I'm
here.
listening. I'll be back.
Okay, so Adam's walking away, but he can still hear me. So Uber Rush is for delivery of non-food items. So you pick up, envelopes and stuff and bring them to places that people need them to go. So you're basically a courier. And one of the amazing things about it, aside from the usual benefits of Uber, which are the fact that you can log on whenever you want, you really work on your own terms. Like, you only work when you feel like working. And also the app also tells you like where the busy areas are at any given time, and like it'll tell you when surge pricing is going on. So
you guys surge price people to like.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Depending on like the hours of the day. My first day of delivering actually was it was raining the entire day, and so it was literally double the usual fare for everything. Because it was raining and nobody wants to go outside.
Totally, that makes sense.
So I like walked around with my umbrella and tried to keep my like insulated bag, which I have with me right now because I'm actually gonna go online with Uber right after we finish recording.
It's funny. We said how this is not going to be like some corporate shill, but God, our first couple minutes are just like Uber.
It's just it's the future. I think.
No, it's great.
Honestly,
It's great.
I think with our generation, that's how more and more jobs are going to be. They're going to be jobs where you just work when you feel like working.
Yeah.
And it's all based on just output, and you get paid as you go, and and I think that makes a lot of sense, to be honest. I mean, if you think about like what the current structure is, I mean, like, also I'm not trying to be like super anti-establishment, even I'm just observing it. Is that like the current structure is a trap? Do you know what I mean? It's like you when you put someone on salary, that's a trap, because it's like you have to work the whole year to get this amount of money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's not, it's already set, a year in advance, and that's like,
well, I've always thought that the concept of just a salary in general is kind of a funny one. Like, doesn't really matter how well you do. Like,
no,
you're getting that amount.
No,
no matter what.
Yeah, I even like worked at a business once where, the part-time employees, obviously we were working hourly, and the managers were on salary. And there were times when the managers would be like, I almost wish I was getting paid hourly, because
of how long they'd be there.
Yeah, because you end up putting in all these extra hours, like that, that when you actually break it down and look how much you're getting paid an hour, you might be making less than the hourly employees, just because you're working so much. So there's so that's kind of a trap. I mean, like,
clearly this is an oversimplification of
it surely is. It surely is. And let me tell you how much business administration knowledge I have. It's fucking less than zero.
I actually have some. I actually studied economics in college. That was you'd never know. See, I studied theater and economics. Theater for what I wanted to do, and economics to tell me what a terrible decision that was.
Dude, I mean, good for you. Good for you, because I think a big part of what I'll probably be talking about, like, over the course of the life of this podcast, is how little education there is for the day-to-day, like you said, economic reality of being an actor. And don't get me wrong, I think it's important to learn all of the
technique,
the craft.
Thing?
Yes. But
holy shit, you just opened up like a can of worms.
Right. I mean, we could talk about that infinitely, which is like, it's good to learn all that stuff, but like, you can be a fantastic actor.
Absolutely.
And still have periods of time where you're not working.
Getting nothing. Yeah.
That, or even if you are working, like, depending on what kind of jobs you're doing, there are tons of professional acting jobs out there that don't pay you a living wage.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And
even,
yet you're dedicating your days to it.
Yeah, I mean, even Broadway, like, the minimum pay that you get for that is, like, not a lot.
Well, for Broadway,
For,
I don't
like,
know,
being
maybe
one of, like,
off
the
Broadway.
chorus members?
Well, actually, for Broadway, the minimum I think these days is like $1,900 a week or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
When
if
I
it's
before,
Broadway,
it was like 600 something a week.
you might be thinking off Broadway.
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
I might be fucking wrong. Clearly, I have not been on Broadway or off Broadway.
But that's okay, and it still brings up like a good point, which is that I think a lot of people operate under the assumption that if you're doing professional theater in New York City, then you're making a lot of money because it's like, because some of these off Broadway shows are very high profile.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They reach a similar level of of notoriety as Broadway shows sometimes, and people don't really recognize that there is like a distinct difference in what those actors are making from what the actors on Broadway are making.
And part of that is that, you know, people have a bit of a perception a lot of the time that if it says off Broadway, that means like
because Broadway is in the title. Like it's kind of deceptive because there's also like off Broadway.
Yes.
People talk about that, and then there's off Broadway, aka no affiliation with Broadway. Like,
what is off?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
What would that
Back
be?
was probably off. You know what I mean?
No, back was totally off because we had a decent budget for that.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't know what it. Well, you know because you've worked with Poetic more, so you know. You're more familiar with the financials.
Yes, so,
and P.S. That wasn't me knocking back.
No, not at all.
That was more just me saying like anything could potentially, you know, you could throw Broadway in the title somewhere.
Well, the thing with we keep throwing around these terms off, and just Broadway, and all those mean are how many seats are in the house. That's literally it.
There you go.
If it has less than 100 seats, then it's off. If it has 100 seats to, I think it's like 250, I believe, makes it off Broadway.
Okay.
And I think it's over 250. It's either 250 or 350. I don't remember.
Don't come here expecting facts.
Yeah, facts are not the thing.
This is a podcast made up fully of opinions.
Fully of opinions and experiences from two working
and fantasies.
Yes. But yes. So things we mentioned. Day jobs. Back to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's go back to
I love my day job.
Okay. Yeah.
Mine. I've been doing. I'm now a tour guide. Over at the Statue of Liberty. And Ellis Island, and it is so much fun.
Really?
Basically, it's like when you audition for them, and it's an audition. That's the thing. My company tries to only hire actors, and they give you like a 30-page script that you have to memorize in like a week, and come in and do the tour. So basically,
do you have to do it by rote, or can you like paraphrase it? Can you like?
You can paraphrase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're like, but these are the talking points.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Here are all the things you need to talk about them, and get all your facts and dates straight while you're doing it. While staying engaging and entertaining.
Are you intended to be in character of some sort, or is it just...
No, not at all.
Okay.
Basically, they just they hired me because I give like a really chill tour.
Yeah.
I don't like go over the top and be super crazy the whole time. I'm like, I try to make friends while I'm on
relaxing.
the tour. Yeah, it's a very relaxing thing to do, and basically, it's like a 4-hour show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think like you were saying, like a lot of the time actors get hired for jobs that require interaction with people.
Yeah.
And I think that's huge to be able to put people at ease and not make them feel like you're like you're selling them something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if you are selling them something, like you don't want to make them feel like that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with the Statue of Liberty. Everybody's excited to go see that thing. So
Right, like it is the product. The product speaks for itself.
Exactly. I don't have to sell you on how cool the Statue of Liberty in Ellis Island are.
Yeah.
I'm like, you came to New York and you're like, well, we have to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a fun job.
Like if they're
but,
there, they're already stoked.
Absolutely.
Unless they're like the kids.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, which they probably are too.
Yeah.
But like anyone who is dragged along against their will.
Yeah, it's not like I've started learning the tour for the High Line, and for that one, like a lot of people have no idea what that is. So you have to like
so it's a
make
sidewalk.
that cool. It's a sidewalk that's raised up in the air, and that's a garden. Yeah. No. Yes, that one's a little. You gotta work a little harder for that one.
Yeah, it requires a little bit more.
Yeah. No, it's a really good time. So the other thing you mentioned that has always been a huge peeve of mine is how we all learn to become actors.
Yeah, like what theater education is like.
Yeah, because you studied in college as well, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where did you go?
I did. So I went to Western Michigan University, and for undergrad, I did 4 years of undergrad there, and earned my BFA in musical theater performance.
Nice.
And so, if anyone's not familiar, anyone who's listening probably is familiar, but there's like some schools offer a BFA, which is a Bachelor in Fine Arts, and some schools offer a BA, which is a Bachelor of Arts.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what the difference is
I'm
on a
not
technical
sure.
level.
I know,
like, I don't know why.
A BA. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, I mean, I think functionally it probably is no difference at all.
Right.
You know, I guess to some extent there are a few schools in this industry where I think the name can help you.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't really think. I mean, for the most part, it's like they see like, okay, you went to school, you got a degree. We assume you've had some training.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's that's the extent of it, because then it's like what happens in the room.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't really matter if you have the best
They're like,
credentials
okay.
in the world and you're a bad actor.
Yeah.
But if you have like, if you come from an unknown school but you're fantastic, one would want to believe that the school's not going to hurt your chances.
Totally.
But so Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, their musical theater performance program, and that's it. I didn't go to grad school.
Right.
And I may as well just air it out now. I have not, and I know, I have not taken a single class since I graduated from school for acting.
What,
I know.
nothing?
No, man, I don't know. Dude, okay, can I tell you though, like, that in my experience, I get better from auditioning for things and from working than I ever did from class, which is not anything against the class. It's just the environment is different.
Yeah.
Incentives are different, if that makes any sense. Whereas like when you're in there to get a job, there's like a concrete like sort of like, I guess, success or failure involved.
Yes.
Do you know?
That's fair and that's not fair.
Just to the in relation. Okay, here's what I mean. In relation to in an educational setting, when you're doing theater, like a lot of that is subjective. And I guess it's subjective in a professional situation as well, except for that there's like an outcome associated that involves your livelihood. Yeah. Whereas in an educational environment, it's all just like, it's kind of like psychological success or failure. There's not like a concrete thing involved there. It's more just like, did your professor like it or not?
Yeah, that and they hold your hand in a class setting. You know
I think
what
it depends
mean?
on the professor.
Well,
I think some of them do and some of them don't.
Mm.
But please go on.
But they have an incentive, number one, for you to like them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't like them, then you're not going to come back. And
Right.
if you're not coming back,
Right.
they don't make any money.
When you're in university, you're a customer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You're paying to be there.
Also, they
You're
have
not a potential hire.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And they also have exactly. It's the difference between them hiring you and you hiring them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But also they have this need to want you to succeed.
Yeah.
And the sort of energy that comes across from that, like
Yeah.
you were saying, it's a different energy than like actually being in the room and having like 3, 4, 5, however many people are in the room,
Yeah.
all sitting there judging you. You know what I mean? With no like pretense of like I want them to get better. It's just like, how good are you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. And in some cases, I mean, they'll give you notes and stuff to see how you respond to that, but they're not there to teach you how to act.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're
Exactly.
operating under the assumption that you already know
Yeah.
how to act.
And that's one thing that we were saying how people teach you how to become an actor in college and stuff, because I went to Bucknell and I got a BA in theater.
And that's a 4-year
And
program,
4-year program there, and I didn't learn a damn thing about the business.
Yeah.
Like, how do I use those websites that we're supposed to use? Like, Backstage, Actors Access. They didn't show me a lick of that.
Yeah.
How do I go find an agent? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that in class.
No.
Like, what makes a good audition piece? Like, I don't know. I mean, I know now because, I've been on both sides of that. Like, I've been the person. Yeah, so I also produce some. I don't think I mentioned that yet.
Yeah. I wonder if we should do... should we do, like, our like, quick and dirty, like, profile?
Yeah,
so
might
that
as
they
well.
know, like,
If you've made
little
it this
bit
far.
about who we are. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, how long... What have we been talking for, like, half an hour? And we, like, have said nothing about ourselves?
Other than we act.
Yeah, we are.
What our day jobs are.
We are actors. I thought a potential title for this podcast could be Actor Bros.
All right,
Which
guys.
is very, like, on the nose.
You
but
heard it here first.
Yeah, like-
I believe the podcast name is going to be Actor Bros.
Actor Bros. There you go. Okay, it's decided.
It is
Yeah,
decided.
lock it down. You're welcome.
Yeah, there it is. I love it.
Yeah. So do you want to?
Yeah.
Talk a
So,
little bit about yourself and
yeah.
what you do? Because Adam and I sort of, I think, kind of the cool thing is we're both actors, but we sort of we work in different areas of
totally.
the business, and there's some overlap there. But I think, like, generally speaking, we both have a very different bread and butter.
Yeah. So, my focus as an actor has really been in voiceover. I do a lot of commercial video games. I'm in a whole bunch of like shitty independent video games that like nobody's ever heard of.
He's in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now,
I'm also
anybody
in
from our
Yu-Gi-Oh!
generation should be fucking stoked about that, okay? Because I didn't exactly have a dual disc growing up, but if I could have had one, I would have.
Yeah.
But I did have Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, and I had some epic battles in my time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, one of my strengths as a performer has always been that I have a lot of different voices that I can do. And
Was that your Yu-Gi-Oh? Was that your Yu-Gi-Oh character?
no, those were just that just
you
came
doing
out.
some voices. Yeah. Cool.
Hold on. What's my? Because I actually played 2 characters, which was cool.
Okay.
Both of them were not super long arcs. One of them had like a 3-episode arc, and the other one I battled in 1 episode. I got my ass kicked by the main character, and then we were done.
But yeah, you'll be easy pickings for the Branded Warrior Academy.
Oh yeah.
That's the main character that I played.
Nice.
that is not a main character.
But you know, it's 3 episodes or whatever, but it's immortalized.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh
like,
yeah.
They're never gonna take your voice out of
Right.
that. So,
Well, fingers
like,
crossed, right?
Yeah, like who knows?
Until some shithead goes and fan dubs those things. All right, anybody listening to this, if you do fan dubs, I want you to know what you're doing
Calling
is
them out.
illegal.
Oh.
That is illegal.
Oh.
You're not allowed to do that. That is copyright infringement in a big way.
See, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I don't know what
most
this
people
is.
don't. Nobody will come after you unless you like try to monetize it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about this. So
Explain
so
like,
fan
what,
dubs,
what it is. And,
fan dubs basically what people will do is they'll take the episodes that are already animated and they'll put their own voices to it. They'll
Is it like when they're doing like a spoof, like Dragon Ball Z Abridged, for
Yeah,
example? Or is
that-
it like, do they actually take the same storyline and just put their own voice
they
on it?
actually take the exact storyline
Oh,
and
God.
put their own voices to it. I don't know why.
Whoa.
I still haven't,
Like, what even is that? Like, where does that come from? I'm trying to
it's-
understand the motivation.
Yeah, they end up on YouTube mostly. But the thing is, especially if you put it on YouTube, that is 100% illegal. If it's just
Yeah.
for you, and you're not going to distribute it
Like,
at all,
so you can
then
just
it doesn't
watch
really
it
matter.
at home with your
Yeah.
own voice in it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just want to see yourself as Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh, like that's
is
fine.
So funny. That's like the equivalent of like copying and pasting your head onto
Yeah.
like Arnold Schwarzenegger's body. Like
Yeah.
that's how I feel like it. Like that's the same kind of motivation.
Yeah, it's like audio Photoshop essentially.
That's really weird.
But yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you.
I am.
If you do, okay. Maybe there is. Maybe there is.
I don't get it.
We've all got something
I don't
fucked
get
up
it.
going on.
You're breaking the law and you're an asshole. Also, if you do, this is important.
Yeah.
If you do that
Yeah.
and your name is attached to that, people like see those. You were talking about like those Dragon Ball Z abridged things.
Mm-hmm.
Have we ever seen any of the people voice acting on those ever go on to be on like one of those shows?
You know, to be honest, I don't know.
The answer is no.
I know nothing about the voiceover
Yeah.
world, and that's one of the. So, like, we're over here. We're on Adam's recording equipment right now because voiceover is something that I've never even auditioned. I've never recorded a demo reel or
Yeah.
anything. So, Adam's the guy who knows what's going on.
Yeah.
In voiceover.
Well, I do know, and the answer is no.
Yeah.
None of them ever get to be on any of those shows because you're blacklisted. Because what you're doing,
Whoa.
yeah, that's a real thing.
Really?
That's 100% a real thing
How
in
do
the
they
voiceover
find
industry.
out who it is? Do people put their names
Yeah,
on these
your name will
things?
be in the credits.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe? But what if they're like using an alias?
Then that's smart.
Yeah. Okay.
That's smart. If
Yeah.
you really want to do that,
So
don't
people are
list-
seriously getting blacklisted over that.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. Because it's you're breaking the law, asshole. Is
Yeah.
basically what it is. To quote Liar Liar.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
My fiance loves Liar Liar.
Good.
It's like one of her favorite movies.
Nice.
Um,
But yeah, what? I don't even remember what I was talking
We were
about.
talking about like sort of who you are and what you do in the business and my
ranting.
curiosity is okay. So you were in school, you were
Yeah.
doing economics and acting,
Yeah.
right? Double majoring.
Well, it was a double major, and then I was dealing with some depression, and I was like, I need one more class at Bucknell University to get my major in economics.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So this is like an unfinished business.
Yeah,
type
basically.
thing. No pun intended.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
That's good.
See what I
like
did.
that.
I
Yeah.
didn't even mean to do that. But okay, so you did that. You've got the theater degree.
Yeah.
And you're one class away from having
Yeah,
the
I have the
economics
minor
degree.
in economics. I need
Minor
one
in
more
economics.
class.
Okay. What from there? What like developed you into? Like at what point did you start getting into voiceover? Like, did you already know you wanted to get into voiceover when you were in
no.
school?
Not at all. Because here's the thing, like, I didn't even really think about that as, like, a thing.
Yeah.
Like, I knew that was something that, like, people did. Like, I've watched cartoons and I've seen commercials. But I never really thought,
I mean,
like,
I've watched TV.
Yeah. Basically. So, like, that concept of, like, a voice actor was a thing, but I'd always thought that, like, oh, yeah, that's the guy that's, like, in a world. Like,
Right.
that sort of voice.
Yeah, you imagine that, like... Yeah, that very specific, like, dramatic voice was, like, what voice actors were.
Yeah, that I cannot do.
Yeah.
I cannot do that voice. But it wasn't until I
that voice seems to be
got
going
here.
out, though. You
Yes.
don't really hear that voice anymore unless it's, like, tongue-in-cheek. It's almost
And-
like
yeah.
used as a joke now if people use that voice.
Yeah, that and that was one of the things that I learned once I got here. I took a class with.
Do you know what it's been replaced by?
Uh,
In trailers, it's been replaced by that sound that's like a piano. Yeah, or like, you know, like the piano key almost. It's like that. Like, it has like that reverberation, but it's more like bung. Like, and it'll be like that, and then like they'll have like actual audio from the movie.
Yeah.
It'll be like one of the main characters speaking in like a low voice.
Yeah.
You know, over the course of it, like
With like John Cruise getting real, or John Cruise. What the fuck is his name?
Tom
Cruise. Fuck me. I think I just had a stroke.
From now on this podcast, he's John
He's
Cruise.
fucking John Cruise. So
I know
we
what you
have,
mean, but it'll be like the piano key, and then you see like him with like wind blowing, and like over like in with the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like him hanging onto the plane wing, and it's like like either like the big bass tone.
Yeah, and he'll
or
get
the
real
note.
close to the mic and be like, "This is going to be the most important thing in my life."
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. Yeah, so you don't really hear a lot of that.
No.
That narrator thing on trailers
No,
anymore.
what you hear now in almost everything is John Krasinski, the guy from The Office.
Yeah.
In like every breakdown, it says like John Krasinski type,
Oh.
and it just so happens that
Yeah.
I'm a John Krasinski type.
Nice.
So that I took
worked out
a
for you.
class with Darren Dunstan, the I don't know if I should tell people that's who the casting director is for Yu-Gi-Oh. Well, too late.
Uh-oh.
I took a class. No, I mean he makes that fairly
If
public.
Adam disappears mysteriously,
Yeah, if I'm mysteriously
We'll all remember this
blacklisted,
moment.
and if you never see me in another animation again, that's why. But no, he makes that very public. He advertises that for his classes.
yeah.
But yeah, I took a class with him, and it turned out I was good at that.
So just on a whim.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll take a voiceover class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. He this was the guy that did like Yu-Gi-Oh and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and something else. But I was like, I liked those things growing up, and
Yeah.
people always told me that my voice is a strong point in my acting. So I was like, let's do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, from like day one in that class, I was like, okay, I can do this. And
Yeah.
holy shit, this is way more fun.
Yeah.
Because I get to play all these characters that I would usually like never be cast.
Right,
as.
you're not restricted by your type necessarily.
Totally.
Your quote unquote type when
Yeah.
it comes to like your physical appearance. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't really relate at
Doesn't
all.
matter. Like, it's funny for voiceover. Like, it's good to have a headshot. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So people can like put a face with you and like makes it easier for them to remember you.
Yeah.
Essentially, but
So like, oh yeah, that guy. Like he was good. Like
Yeah.
we liked him.
But it's like not important. You know, they nobody
Yeah.
cares what you look like for that.
Yeah.
There's a couple voice actors, like super professional voice actors, that like
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy that they found voice acting, because a couple of them are
Because like
freaking
they're
idiots.
like, it wasn't gonna happen.
I'm not gonna say
otherwise.
their names, but there's a couple.
But there you go. Yeah, that's cool. It's great actually if you think about it, that someone's talent can still shine through.
Absolutely.
Without being restricted by things that they don't really have any control over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, nice. So, and then like from there, did you record a demo reel right away?
No.
And like, yeah, like how
What
did you find
did I
it?
do?
I mean, the upfront costs for setting up recording must be not that easy, especially when you're
Yeah.
working on our type of budget.
Yeah. Ye old shoestring budget.
Yeah.
So yeah, to get things started, I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to get my name out there, get some credits under my belt. So the first thing I did was I bought that mic that you're recording with.
Okay.
It's a USB mic. It's called a Blue Yeti.
So this one's the cheaper one, right?
Yes.
Fucking
yes.
asshole.
It's a good mic. It's a good mic.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to. I've decided when we keep doing this, I'm gonna have to get a second XLR mic, so I can have two inputs going through this thing. Yeah, I think that'll be
Since
nice.
people listening, since you can't see it, he's pointing at this electronic box.
Oh yes, my whole station over here. So I've got a USB mic that Bello's recording on, and I've got a Rode NT1A and a Focusrite ISA 1 preamp, all going into a Scarlett Focusrite. What's that called? Audio interface.
I don't know what he's talking about either.
Probably most of you don't, but there's one or two of you listening right now that are like, oh yeah, no, nice,
Right,
nice.
exactly.
Focusrite
They're like,
ISA
shut up, Bello.
No, that's a good one. Yeah, no. So I got the good equipment for episode 1.
Yeah, sweet. Why did you end up buying two? Is just the one that you're recording on was like an upgrade because you
Yes.
just wanted like a little bit better sound quality?
Yeah, so I bought your mic. I started doing some auditions on some like websites that do like some real shitty work. A lot of fan dubbing, a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some of them are paid, most of them were not when I was first starting out.
You started working on a website. It's like what kind of website is this?
So there's websites like Behind the Voice Actors, which like posts, like anybody can post an audition there totally for free.
Oh, interesting.
There's also Casting Call Club, which lately I've been trolling.
Yeah.
I'll go on there, and if I see like
Just
an
like
audition,
talk shit about people?
no, not
I
talk
was
shit.
about to say, I'm like, normal trolls hide their identity, Adam.
No, what I've been doing is if there's an audition that's particularly stupid,
Yeah.
like somebody was doing a some sort of fan dub or fan work with My Little Pony, and I there was gonna be like artwork involved and all kinds of stuff, and they wanted you to audition as one of the people doing the artwork on a website dedicated to voice actors.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to show your art on this website. So you'd have to...
You were supposed to audition with artwork.
Yeah.
You're saying.
On a voice acting website.
Interesting.
So I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I created this whole character. I really liked My Little Pony, and it's been a big part of growing up and becoming who I am as a person.
Yeah, so I did that for like an audition for them, just to point out like this is retarded.
And did you hear anything?
Yeah, they were like
Careful, people are gonna get on you with
they loved. Oh yeah. No, I'm just waiting to get banned from Casting Call Club because I've just been trolling them for a while now.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, no, it's too funny. But yeah, people tend to get that I'm making a joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the point.
Like tongue in cheek.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. The whole point is that I'm making fun and it's a joke. And a lot of the time, people have very good like responses to that.
Yeah. They get where you're coming
Yeah.
from.
But yeah, there's also a Voice Acting Alliance, which I actually prefer that one. It's a forum. It's more of a forum setting. And a lot of the work that comes out of there is actually very, very good. A lot of like independent video game studios will post stuff there, and a lot of it's paid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
Yeah, there's a couple games coming out on Steam that I recorded ages ago.
Do you wanna plug those?
I don't remember the names.
Oh, okay. Great. Awesome. It's because he works so much, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh shoot, what was I gonna? So is there a voice actors union, and is there like such a thing as like jobs that you can't do because you're in the voice actors union?
Yes. Well, the voice actors union is the actors union.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actors Equity or SAG-AFTRA?
Yeah, it's a actors equity.
Actors Equity for voice actors.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah. And actually.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
That is so weird.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's.
Well, you're in the union, right?
Yeah. But
well, did
like,
you know that you guys are on strike?
No.
Yeah.
What?
You guys are on strike right now against the video game industry.
Whoa.
Yeah. Here.
This
there's
is
like a
great.
whole
This is
list of
great. I'm
them.
being educated right now.
Yeah, there's a whole list of them here.
I
Let's see
get
if
I
can
get
find them.
emails from Actors Equity, and you know what? I read some of them I don't.
I bumped your mic. All right, you're back.
I'm back.
Good,
That's good. In case I was muted during it, I was just saying, I am an Actors Equity, and I didn't know about this strike.
But yeah, you guys are on strike against Activision, Blindlight, Corpse of Discovery Films, Disney, excuse me, EA,
Disney?
Insomniac, Interactive Associates, Take-Two Interactive, VoiceWorks Productions, and WB Games.
Whoa. So this is okay. So equity voice actors are supposed to not work for those companies. Is basically what it is.
Yeah, basically the thing is, I don't remember all the specifics, but basically, like, a lot of the stuff that they do is like really dangerous for video games. Like, they'll have to like sit in a booth and scream for like 4 hours. Because video games are mostly
Just like
sitting
people
there.
getting killed.
Yeah. Because video games are often just like sitting in a booth like for 4 hours.
Yeah. These are some of the things I feel like people don't really think about. I mean, I know, like, even me being an actor, like, that's something I haven't given a lot of thought to. You know, because a lot of the time, like, when I'm watching commercials and TV now, I'll think about the actors. But I honestly can say that, like, I've never really thought about that for video games.
Yeah, totally.
That, like, for Super Smash Brothers Melee, like, people did all of those sounds.
Yeah.
For those characters. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, it's super hard on your voice doing that for that long, and they're asking for shorter sessions. Number one, so like instead of 4 hours, make it standard that it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that should be treated as a stunt work. There we go. Stunt work. That you should be being paid extra for doing that because it is stunt work. You could be, if you're not doing it right, you're gonna hurt yourself really bad.
Voice.
Yeah.
You
can get those nodes. Yeah, and as a voice actor,
and that's serious. Yeah.
If you get nodes, like there went your income.
Right.
source.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's all the stuff that they are asking for is like super reasonable. The other thing that they're looking for is I'm sure have you ever played a video game and like the character's like voice was like a big part of it for you? Like if you played like Gears of War.
I have played Gears of War,
Yeah.
but maybe not enough so that the voice would like be that important.
Fair.
Do you mean?
But like Marcus Phoenix's voice, the main character's voice in that is it's the same guy. I believe it's the same guy that does Optimus Prime.
Oh, wait! I thought Optimus Prime was Liam Neeson.
No.
Why did I think that?
No, the guy that plays Optimus Prime, I can picture
in the movies
his face.
We're saying?
Yeah.
Dude, for some reason I thought that was Liam Neeson.
No, dude.
Well,
no, it's actually the same voice actor that does Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, dude's got some range. He's
Yeah.
also one of the guys that does like the in a world sort of voice. And his name is totally escaping me right now. I'm sorry to everybody listening. That's like, it's this guy, you dummy.
Yeah.
I'm totally blanking on his name.
It's all good.
Yeah. One of the things that they're trying to do is like they're saying that the performance matters, and that like the performance is, that's the hashtag that they're using on Twitter right now. Performance matters. and that if like a game sells like 50 gazillion copies, that like they should be cut into that profit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like The Last of Us would not be like such a good game without like Ellen Page, or no, I don't think Ellen Page actually did the voice for it. I forget who did the voice acting for that, but Troy Baker is the male voice actor for that, for the lead male. And that game would not be anything like what it is without his performance.
Yeah.
Like, he did the actual movement for the character.
Oh, wow.
And he did the voice.
So it's almost like the Gollum guy.
Yeah,
where it's
exactly.
Like he's
That's
creating
exactly
the physical characterization and the voice.
Yeah, and he gets cut in.
Yeah.
Like, to the prophets.
Okay.
Most likely, I
Oh,
believe
you're
the
saying
Gollum
you're
guy.
the guy who plays Gollum.
Yeah, the guy who plays Gollum will get cut
probably.
into the prophets.
Because he's like the it thing when it comes to motion capture.
Yeah, well,
Because he's done a couple other things recently.
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
Like, it seems like he's always like the go-to guy if they need somebody to do motion capture.
Yeah.
Was he in Force Awakens as something? Man, I don't know.
I mean, my gut would say yes.
I know
just 'cause-
one of those characters, the little old alien in the bar. She was like a motion capture.
Yeah, I forget the actress's name who played her. She's great though.
Yeah.
That was like one of my
Yeah,
favorite
dude, are you
characters.
excited about Rogue One?
Yeah,
Or
dude.
is that what it's called, Rogue One?
Yeah, it's Rogue One.
Yeah, that looks
that comes
cool.
out soon, doesn't it? It's like around Christmas, doesn't it?
Probably.
I think so.
Probably,
Well,
yeah.
Fuck.
I don't know.
Again,
I
facts
need,
are not
I
what we're here
need to
for.
go see more movies, you know? I used to be so into going to the movies. And,
Yeah.
like, I would go to matinees all the time by myself, even because I just love, like, going and just being, like, enveloped. But
Totally.
I have to say that going to the movies in New York City is very different than going to the movies anywhere else.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons. One, it's extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Like, expensive to the point where it's not like...
It's got to be a good movie to justify you being there.
Yes,
Yeah.
you really have to feel like it's necessary to go see this movie in theaters, to spring for it, because it's extremely expensive. And granted, some of the theaters are the most amazing theaters I've ever seen. Like they have these huge stadium seating with like the seats that recline all the way, so you can literally be laying down watching the movie.
That's becoming more popular, like just around the country, though.
They're starting to put more of those in other places as well.
Yeah, I just went home for Thanksgiving in bumblefuck nowhere.
Yeah.
And we have this huge theater there with these like assigned seats and like these recliners, and you get like tons of legroom. Yeah, but that's in like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Get this, it costs a third of the cost to go there.
Absolutely. When I'm on contract, like, and I'm out of town in pretty much anywhere else in the United States, like, I'll go see movies all the time.
Yeah.
I'll see like every movie. I'll see like every movie that has a good Rotten Tomatoes score in theaters. Like when I'm not in New York City, and when I'm here, it's almost like I almost forget that movies even exist, because I'm like, okay, I can go see a movie or I can eat this week. Like, yeah, and that's like, I'm being dramatic, but like in the sense that, what's like a movie ticket in New York? You get like $18.
Yeah, it's about it's like $20 to go see a movie.
Yes.
And that's no popcorn. You got to get popcorn,
right? I mean,
and you want to pay for your girlfriend.
Yeah. So
gentlemen.
it's that, and
May
then
as well
it's
go see live
also
theater.
that New York is also like just like being out on the street in New York is very different than being out in the street anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
Being in a movie theater in New York is also different than being in a movie theater anywhere else, just in terms of like the variety of characters that you get.
Yeah. I saw the was that Star Wars was that The Force Awakens?
Yeah.
I saw that in the theater here, and like people are that was my favorite movie-going experience.
Really?
I will say, because
Just
the
because of,
people
like-
in the audience were hilarious.
Which theater did you go to?
I went to the one on 125th, so
Okay.
this is in Harlem.
So it was like, yeah,
Yeah, it was
turned up in there.
It was turned up.
Like, yeah.
The funniest though was there was like this one little kid that was just losing his mind
yeah.
like the whole time.
Yeah.
I was dying
Yeah.
listening to this.
Which is
kid.
like, and that can be really fun.
Oh,
It
yeah.
depends on what you're signing up for. me personally, like, the reason I would always go to matinees is because, like, I like to just watch the movie. You know, I'm not real big into, like, group movie going. Like, even in times when I've gone with big groups of people to see movies that I really want to see, even when I'm out of New York, like, sometimes, like, I guess I'm, like, kind of the jerk because I, like, don't want people to talk. You know what I mean? I'm totally that guy. Like, even when we watch movies at home, I, like, don't want people to ask questions.
Yeah.
I'm, like, that person who's, like... Because you know how it is. Like, sometimes you're both watching the movie for the first time, and people start asking you questions about what's going on.
And you're like, I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing. I don't know.
Well, and because a lot of the times, I'm like, if something is ambiguous... most likely the filmmakers intended it to be ambiguous at this time.
Yeah.
You know, and they're setting it up for a payoff at another time.
Is Snape a bad guy?
Right.
I don't know yet. So, okay.
Yeah, like yeah. So, what was it how did we get into this conversation about movie theaters?
Dude, I don't know, man.
About like going to see movies. Like, I want to see Arrival. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's supposed to be phenomenal.
That's what I keep hearing, is that it's really good.
And it's got Amy Adams.
Yeah. You like Amy Adams? You're
Amy
a fan?
Adams.
She's like bae?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Dude, she's been making a lot of movies lately, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
She was an atrocious Lois Lane.
Dude, I watched that movie and I was a little bit buzzed. And
you have to be to see that.
Yeah.
God damn.
I gotta say, like, the reviews for it were so bad that I was pleasantly entertained by it.
Oh yeah.
I won't say that I think it's a good movie.
Right.
But
because it's not.
But yeah.
But it's not like.
But it's like I went into it with zero expectations.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, I mean, some of the it was entertaining. Yeah. I'll say that. It was entertaining. Like, there were parts that, like, some of the editing, like, the jumps from scene to scene made, like, no sense storytelling wise.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, overall, just, like they never, and the person I was watching it with, like, kind of pointed this out, like, they just never really justify
why they were gonna fight.
Like, like how mad Bruce Wayne is about Superman.
There's no justification for it.
Like, they really, like,
if there's a 1% chance that he could be bad, we have to kill him.
Yes, like, yes, and this is also coming from the same Batman who, like, shoots, like, 16 people in the movie. Like, Batman is, like, unhinged. He is a straight up mass murderer, and like it's honestly like, okay,
that's like a core thing about Batman. He does not kill.
Batman is using like the same justification that would be used for war crimes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's the same justification of like
the ends. Yeah,
we need to kill potential criminals. Yeah. Like, that's kind of like, whoa, like that's intense when you really think about it. So they never, and it doesn't seem like it would have been that hard for them to like give just a little bit more justification, just like find something, because there is probably scene, I was about to say the opening scene is actually awesome. Like, the opening scene is a really cool idea.
Yeah, like if all they needed was like if Batman got a view of Superman doing something and like a building exploded and he thought that was his doing.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have enough proof that like Superman.
Yeah, if they had made it feel like Batman, because all they had to do was have like Lex Luthor set up some kind of situation that made it look to Batman like Superman was definitely dangerous. Yeah. Not like just he's really powerful and so because of that, like,
it was just so clear that Superman was a good guy.
Okay, here's another one.
Yeah.
Why I'm trying to think back at what the actual dialogue was of that scene, but like, why did Superman stop Batman from chasing down those criminals? Remember that? Like, Batman is like in a car chase, all right? And I'm sorry, spoiler alert, we're spoiling a bunch of stuff, and I should have said that off the top, but like, okay, why? Like, Batman's in a car chase, and he's chasing down these criminals, and he's about to catch them.
Killing everyone.
Yeah, Batman has so much artillery in this movie. Like, he has got an arsenal. But then Superman just, like, stops Batman. He, like, smashes the Batmobile into a building or whatever and stops Batman from chasing down these criminals. And, like, not only does he stop Batman, but he doesn't go after the criminals afterwards.
Yeah.
And they don't ever, like,
there's so
get
much
on
wrong
that.
with this movie. There's so much wrong with this movie.
And, like, the, like, sequence when they show all of the other Justice League members, but, like,
I loved Aquaman. It just, like, swims out.
What was that camera doing down there?
Right? What's he doing down there? Making, like, these, like, sultry eyes at the camera and sort of, like, sticking out his spear like he's gonna do... Oh, that was so stupid.
It was...
So stupid.
I mean, I liked how they did Wonder Woman. Like, I liked that you didn't like it?
Oh, I can't understand a word she's saying.
I'm gonna be honest. All of the dialogue is completely lost to me. Like, I cannot remember, like, anything that anyone talked about except for, like, Lex Luthor saying that, like, you can't have
the Joker?
absolute...
Because that was not Lex Luthor.
I don't know exactly who that guy was, but...
I think Jesse Eisenberg thought he was auditioning to play the Joker, and they were like, well, that was weird.
Well...
Okay.
Well, okay, so I liked that they were like... I liked that they made it more like they were going for a much younger, much sort of like... I liked that they took him in a different direction in the sense that he's not like this very sophisticated, very sort of like calculating character. I mean, obviously
but
he's
that's
calculating,
Lex
but like
Luthor.
that's true. But I think it's clear that they're like going in a different direction with a lot of these characters. You know? I don't know. I actually wasn't that bothered by Lex Luthor. I thought I was going to be really bothered by him. But I thought it was more supposed to be like he's like spoiled young rich Lex Luthor who has like quote unquote affluenza. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
like
God. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's kind of like an affluenza Lex Luthor where it's like it's more like he's always had so much wealth and power that like toying with other human beings just like comes naturally to him and he doesn't really care.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of like the sense that I got. I mean, I never really understand a lot of the time with villains how it's like, why are you not more intimidated by Superman?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're standing on the edge of a building with like somebody who literally has like infinite power and like he's so not afraid of Superman.
Yeah, Superman.
He's just like telling Superman, like, "Oh yeah, I have your mom tied up somewhere," and, like with this like assumption that nothing bad is gonna happen to him.
This is funny. We're talking about this. When did that movie come out? I feel like
it was like 2 years ago.
We sort of missed the missed the bandwagon for shitting on Batman v Superman.
Well,
anyway, what were we talking about?
It just came on demand.
Oh yeah, right.
What
were we talking about?
Well,
before
like
this?
let's let's make sure we get in just who we are, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay, so you're
Episode 1.
You gave a thing and
Trying our hardest to tell you who we are and
Well,
getting horribly sidetracked.
and if people this is great. You like over time and here what I'm thinking is like if any of you happen to listen to this and you think that there are things that you'd be interested in hearing about or like that you just think are interesting topics for us to discuss, like please do suggest them. Like please send us suggestions.
Where should they send us suggestions?
Well, so I was just gonna say maybe we should get to like if people want to find out more about you, since we talked like a little bit about your career, like do you have a website? Do you have, like,
hit me up on Twitter.
Okay, Twitter.
Yeah, it's at Adam Wennick. Adam, and Wennick is Wennick.
Okay.
Yeah, and if they want to hit you up.
Well, if you want to find out more about what I'm doing, I have a website. It's bellopizzimenti.com. You can go there, and there's like a contact info box on there, as well as just like some videos from stuff that I've done. If you want to see sort of what sort of work I do, and then so you can go to bellopizzimenti.com. Follow me on Instagram. It's at B_ELL_O. Instagram is probably where I'm most active, so if you direct message me on there, I should be able to get back to you quickly. My contact is also on there, bellopizzimenti@hotmail.com. I know, I'm still using Outlook. I know, okay? But yeah, if you want to shoot me an email there with suggestions or comments or whatever, I mean, honestly, like,
We have thick skin.
Yeah, I won't take it personally. Really, like, this is experimental, and I think it's really what I hope comes from this is just like a place where realistic discussions can take place that come from a place of actual like human experience.
Yeah.
And then also on Facebook, facebook.com/BelloPizzimentiOfficial. And I'm also on Twitter, but my Twitter is probably my least active.
Yeah, you're not super active on that.
Spot. No, dude, I just don't know what to tweet. I just don't know what to tweet about because, like I said, Instagram is normally where I share things regularly.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, where my, whatever it is, like where my expression comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm not super on it with Twitter. Maybe I'll get more on it with Twitter with time. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can contact me any of those places if you guys have thoughts, or if you guys have topics that you think we should discuss or that you would like to hear us talk about. I'm not really closed off to anything.
Yeah.
But obviously acting related things will probably be the main portion of what we discuss, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Or Batman v Superman and how much it fucking sucks.
Yeah. So wait, how are we gonna where are we gonna put this? What is it like? Are we able to put this on the iTunes store? Like, how does it even?
I don't know. We'll see that.
So we don't know where we're gonna post this yet.
We don't know where we're gonna post it. It'll definitely. I can put it on SoundCloud. I know it'll be up there. I have to do some research on where to put it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool, and it'll be the Actor Bros podcast.
Yeah, Actor Bros podcast. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Is that a good place to sign off for today?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, dude. Like I was thinking that we would both talk a little bit about like what we do, but I'm starting to feel burnt out. So I'm like,
Episode 1, Bello's already burnt out.
Yeah, well, like
This is quickly going to become the Actor Bro *S podcast.
Well, who knows? I mean, like, who knows what's gonna happen? Because, like, we, by nature of what we do, I don't know, like, if you ever go out of town for things. I mean, like, I don't know. If you get to stay pretty central because of what you do.
I got an agent just the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who are you with now?
Ann Wright.
I don't.
Ann Wright reps.
What do they? So is it specifically for voice
Yeah,
acting?
it's for voiceover. Yeah.
Do they rep you in other areas as well?
I don't know. All I know is she's representing me for New York voiceover, so I don't have to go anywhere.
Dude, that's awesome. So you got an agent yesterday?
Last
recently?
week. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Last week. Yeah. Been on 2 auditions, got 1 callback already. So.
That's huge, and that's. I mean, we can definitely get more into like agents on a future podcast. But,
yeah, absolutely.
But what I will say is, in speaking from experience, is it makes a huge difference in this city if you have an agent.
Oh yeah.
And it's not that you can't get seen for stuff if you don't have an agent, but
It's
as far as like
stuff.
Yes, like if like the level of projects that you get seen for is significantly different if you have an agent. I mean, like, I was like, I've done like a lot of my own self-submitting and everything, but after I signed with my agent last year, it was like within the first week I went in for a series regular on something, and those like on a network show, or it was a pilot actually.
No.
But But point being, like, there are rooms that, like, I just wasn't getting into at all.
Oh, totally.
I wasn't even seeing the breakdowns for them until you get an agent, and then, you know.
This is all stuff we will have to cover in our
Yeah,
next
exactly. We'll have
episode,
to
where-
go more in depth with that. This was the introductory thing, and, you know, if you're interested, if you think we're a couple of jerks or whatever,
yeah, subscribe, follow, whatever you're supposed to do on whatever website this is on.
Download it, and we're gonna keep recording whether you like it or not.
So cool. Again, my name's Adam.
Bello Pizzimenti.
Yeah, and deuces.
Yeah, have a great week. We'll hopefully get another episode recorded next week.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. That sounds
Awesome.
good. All right.
All right, peace.